David Sutter from Wyopreps.com here, and our fan voted Wyopreps.com Big School Game of the Week takes us up to Park County. Big rivalry between the Bronx and the Panthers, as Cody will take on their Park County rival, the Powell Panthers, visiting with Cody head coach Matt McFadden. Matt, thanks for a few minutes here. Talk a little bit about your team, off to a good start so far, coming off a big win last week. What have you seen in terms of week-to-week progress out of your group thus far?
I like where we're at. I feel like we knew we had some pieces coming back that were, especially on the skill side of the ball, that were really good. I've been very impressed and very pleased with the offensive line and defensive line. They've come together, really starting to gel. We had some movement in some of those pieces in the offseason, trying to figure out the best combination, and they've just done a terrific job. So really happy with that aspect.
So what are kind of the next steps for your ball club? Since you do have a veteran group that has been through a lot of big battles, what's that next step that you're really trying to impart on them?
This game. Yeah, this game. So preseason, in preseason you're playing a lot of kids. You want to find out your combinations and find out what kids are capable of, and really kind of find your identity of that team. And now it's conference, and nobody cares what you did in preseason anymore. So it's your record 0-0, everybody's is, and it starts for us to start with a conference foe like this, and in Powell is very difficult, and that's a huge challenge. So we're excited for it. We haven't had this schedule in a while, so it's the first year. We've always had this last game, and it's a lot to prepare for, but we're up to it.
Talk a little bit about this rivalry matchup. You've had some different types of games. Some have been blowouts, but some have been nail biters. Kind of as you look at in your head coaching career, Cody, what is this rivalry meant to you and the kids there?
It it's what I love about high school sports. They're 24 miles away. Our kids know each other. We got families in both towns, and it's just extremely competitive. It's kind of one of those games where you throw out the record, you throw out what happened last year, and it's just all about it's about small town football. Just and get after it. So I love it. I think it's healthy. I think we're doing some cool things. I had a shirt here for you. We're doing some cool things with Coach Kistler and I got together, and I don't know if you can see that, but boom.
Yeah,
There,
it's kind of blurry with your
there.
back. Yeah, there you go. Oh no, oh you had it, but never mind.
$20, it can be yours.
All
Uh
right.
no, but we wanted to get together and kind of make a shirt to commemorate it every year, and kind of pick a cause for it. And both staffs were completely on board for that. And unfortunately, we had a cause in our community, and it's a chance for both communities to kind of raise some money and help some people out. So it's become more than a game for sure. And I just love that both communities are so willing to help out for something that really matters.
Speaking of the game itself, what are you seeing right now out of Coach Kistler's bunch? Whether it's offense, defense, special teams, what does Powell look like to you?
I mean, Powell looks really dangerous. They had a lot of kids coming back, a large senior class, very big, very physical. I think early on they were trying some quarterback matchups and trying some different things, and I think they've kind of settled in there. And they're a team to me that has gotten better every single week. So, sometimes we look at scores and maybe that first week, and they've really improved from that game. And they're going to be a tough opponent. They're very physical. Their defense is they're lights out every single year. You're gonna have to beat them. They're gonna make you beat them and stack the box and make you throw the ball a little bit. So they're extremely difficult opponent.
Well, it's always an entertaining game when you two get together. Glad that you guys are doing something for a great cause, but I know it's always a difficult one to prepare for because you guys seemingly know each other so well. It seems like.
Yeah, it is, and but it's I think both sides really enjoy this game.
Matt, thanks so much for the time. Wish you best of luck against the Panthers Friday night.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Go Bronx.
And it's a big rivalry in Park County. I've already talked with Cody head coach Matt McFadden. Time to visit with Powell head coach Chase Kistler. And Chase, thanks so much for taking a few minutes. And first of all, off to a 3-1 start. I know you had a really tough, hard-fought game that you guys lost in week 0 to Riverton, but you bounced back. What have you seen in your guys kind of bouncing back after that tough opening game?
Well, it was tough on us. We still had over 200 yards rushing and almost 200 yards passing. We just kept putting the ball on the ground. And you're not going to win any games at any level, putting the ball on the ground 5 times in one game. So we've done a lot better job of ball security. But then just doing our jobs, assignments, the first week it's always, missed assignments here and there. And so we've cleaned up a lot of that kind of stuff. And then just getting in better shape. That's the hard part is the first couple of weeks. We've lost a lot of guys to injury just because I think they're a little bit out of shape or whatnot. So we've had guys stepping up, next man up type mentality, and we're just fighting each week.
Now, lo and behold, conference play finally starts, and you got to face your rival. Is there something different in the air about conference play, Chase, with your group, or do you kind of treat each week the same?
Conference wise, game wise, it's tough because we play even like the best teams from the other side of the conference. So you really want to know where you stack up across all 3A. So in terms of conference, non-conference, it is important. We got to get those wins to qualify for the playoffs. But in terms of bigness, I think it's hard. We just, our guys really want to win every game they play in. So in terms of level of importance, yes, for conference seeding and getting in the playoffs, but just individually, I know our guys really, they just want to win.
Well, obviously, you don't have to get them up much for this week because it is the big rival just down the road by 24, 25 miles. I know when I was up there in the preseason tour back in August, the kids were looking forward to this matchup to start conference. You're really kind of in a pretty good gauntlet here where you've gone bang, bang, bang here in a row. And I know conference play never gets any easier. How do you stress just kind of keeping your eyes focused on the current week with the guys?
Well, and it's easy when it's a Cody game or a Douglas game to focus on just that team that week because the guys love those matchups. It's a tough matchup. You're going to overwhelm yourself if you're trying to think about Cody and then Star Valley. So just focus on the one. And that's kind of our mentality. This year it was just focus on each week. Don't look ahead. Don't look behind. Just focus on what we're doing that week and be present in that moment, in that game.
Are there certain things that you like and are concerned about right now with your squad here as you're kind of reaching the middle of the season?
I like how our guys are just playing hard every game. They're playing physical. They're doing what we're asking, and they're learning their jobs better and better each week. So I'm proud of them for doing that. Some concerns. We've lost some important players that it's pretty well known. We lost Zane Graft, our DN tight end. That hurt. Then we've had some linemen out here and there, just trying to rest them, get them back to healthy. We've got them all back this week. And with the numbers we have, when we lose one person, we're in a team-wide shuffle. So like we're taking you off this and moving you to here. You got to now move here. We just are at that kind of numbers wise, and our guys they know 4 or 5 positions out on that field. Example is they know tailback, fullback, tight end, and guard. And so they're learning football. I'll give them that. They're learning a lot of football, but they're doing really well learning it too.
You got a challenge. We've already talked about how, Cody's a challenge and the guys get up for it. What are you seeing out of Coach McFadden's squad as you prepare for Friday night at home?
Their hardest thing to get ready for is their tempo on offense. They get to the line or don't even huddle, and it's just keep coming at you. And the plays they do run, they run them very well. They're very good at their schemes, and it's not complicated, but they happen so fast, and they're so good at what they do. That creates a lot of issues I've seen on a lot of teams that they played so far. Is they get going so fast that they make mistakes, and the mistakes crush them. And that's the biggest thing I've seen too with their opponents is big mistakes that led to points for Cody, and they take advantage of your mistakes. So a punt snap over the head or a quarterback snap over the head, and they put 7 points on you pretty quick. Don't cover on a kickoff. They're running back for a touchdown. And I noticed their special teams are getting to that 40, 50-yard line every time starting their drive. So they're just really quick, and they're very disciplined. So we've got to be even more disciplined, and we've got to cover their speed.
Sounds like ball control and field position going to be kind of big this week for you guys.
It is. And then offensively, we got to control the clock, try to sustain some long drives just to slow them down on offense. And then defense, our defense has been doing a really good job playing consistently, and they're going to have to show up this week and probably help us out on offense, even maybe with getting some scores out of it.
Well, always shapes up to be a great one. I know you and Matt and the two communities teaming up for a great cause. Chase, thanks so much. Hope you guys raise a bunch of funds this week, and I appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat about this one.
Yeah, thank you. It's fun to be a part of all this.